All right, everybody, we are back. I know it's been like a month. I mean, it feels like it's been a month. It's only been like a little over a week, but it's been too long. It's been too long since we've seen you, and we missed you, and we love you, and yeah. Um, we missed. We're doing the NXT review now, and then we're gonna be doing last week's Impact at some point. I haven't been able to watch it yet. Stuff's been really busy. I had personal issues with family, and then we had the draft, which I was able to watch, luckily, and just a bunch of stuff. There's been so much going on the past couple weeks in wrestling and in sports, and you know, we had the Pacquiao Mayweather fight, which sucked. Apparently, I didn't buy it because I was like, I don't care. But apparently, it was really bad. Leave your comments on that. But anyway, and the Kentucky Derby, which I think is a waste of time personally. Just whatever. But anyway, we're gonna get into NXT, which today I'm gonna admit was not for me the best show. I felt like it was Raw-esque with all the promos and backstage segments. And I actually had to stop. I had to pause it, and I had to make sure I was still on the network watching NXT because I was like, "Am I watching Raw right now? I don't know." But anyway, we open up the show with basically a recap of last week's match with Owens and Riley. Nothing really special here, just kind of reminding you what happened with everything. How Sami Zayn kind of returned in a way and attacked Owens. He didn't really return; he'd been back, but they kind of brought up the Owens Sami Zayn thing again. So we remembered, okay, this is a feud still going on. Any thoughts on this opening video?
Not really. I think it kind of foreshadowed in a way things to come, but you wouldn't. I guess you wouldn't really know that without watching the show. So it just recapped, what went down last week and such.
Yeah. Anyway, so we get into the show. Owens comes out to the ring, and he basically, he calls out Sami Zayn, saying, it's not going to be attack from behind. I'm ready. Let's fight right now. William Regal comes out and he says, you know what? That's not how we're going to do things on NXT. You're not going to use NXT to further your agenda. And Owens says, with all due respect, I don't remember calling you out here. He says, with all due respect, I said with all due respect. He says, I don't care what you have to say. I want Zayn now. Zayn's music hits, and he comes out, and Regal basically says, we're not going to have a circus like we did last week. It's not going to break down. I'm not going to allow it to break down. And Zayn he stands on the apron. He doesn't really say anything. Regal says, this seems to be the easiest thing I've had to do in weeks. Kevin Owens obviously wants to fight Sami Zayn, and Sami Zayn obviously wants to fight Kevin Owens. So on May the 20th at NXT TakeOver, Kevin Owens will face Sami Zayn for the NXT Championship. Owens says, whoa, here's the thing. I'll fight him. I never said anything about putting the title on the line. He says, what's he done to deserve the title shot? Sami Zayn says, well, Mr. Regal, it looks like Kevin Owens really wants this match. In fact, it looks like Kevin really needs this match. And he basically goes on to say, everything that Kevin Owens has ever done in his career has had an asterisk next to it with Sami Zayn's name there, because, they did come up in the business together basically for 12 years. They knew each other, and it seemed like that, everything Kevin Owens did had Sami Zayn somehow involved in it. So, and that kind of is driving Kevin Owens crazy. He wants to get out of the shadow of Sami Zayn. He says, you know what? I'm going to give you that opportunity to get out of the shadow. But Sami Zayn says, I fight for a prize. So, Kevin finally agrees and says, you think last time was bad. You got another thing coming. So it sets up basically the main event for the next takeover, which finally seems like we were waiting for a while there for another takeover. So I'm excited. We get another takeover. It's where they kind of go all out and show what they can really do. So that's kind of cool. Any thoughts on this opening segment?
Yeah, I definitely liked it. I love how Kevin Owens, says, they were chanting "Ole, ole, ole." He's like, well, that's cute. I like, how Kevin Owens kind of reacts to things. Um, you know, I kind of wish they would have waited a little bit. I'm glad they announced it for Takeover. I wish they would have kept it as a non-title match for now, and then let Kevin Owens continue to play his game until maybe next week. Just give you the feeling that Kevin Owens, because at this point, Kevin Owens' attitude's kind of similar to Sami Zayn's, where he kind of overreacts and says, "Well, take the title shot, take the title shot, I'll take it." Whereas Kevin Owens, as a character, has kind of been, I fight when I want to fight. It happens when I want it to happen, and I feel like it should have maybe taken a slightly longer to kind of develop into a title match. But I definitely like that. Even Kevin Owens' character, just promo-wise too, is similar to his in-ring persona, where he just kind of, does what he wants to do, and things of that nature. I like that.
Yeah, he kind of, in a way, reminds me of the Bully Ray character too, a little bit. Speaking of Bully Ray, where you at though? Where you at though? He was at the road. Where you at though? I want him back. But anyway, next we have a. Oh wait, no, we don't have a match. Sorry, false alarm. No match yet. We go backstage, with Greg Hamilton, who is one of the few announcers from NXT that I'm like, this guy, because I don't know their names. I know the one occasionally, but I don't know them enough to care. But he says, last week the NXT fans got a major update that NXT will once again hit the road in May and June. He says all details will be on WWE.com. He's interrupted basically by Carmella, Enzo, and Cass walking kind of through the performance center. And he tries to say, hey, I'm trying to tell the fans about NXT going back on the road. He kind of gives up and just walks off. He's like, whatever, I'm not going to deal with this right now. I was trying to understand exactly what they were talking about. They were obviously talking about Carmella and with her issues with Murphy, Buddy Murphy, and Wesley Blake. All I got is Enzo said something about a granola bar, which with anyone else I would be confused, but it's Enzo, so whatever. So Carmella finally says, all right, stop. I am a big girl. I can handle myself. Exactly. Enzo and Cass walk off, and Carmella kind of sits on a couch in the performance center. I guess it's kind of a lounge area. There in the back, there's like a dinette set or whatever, with like a coffee maker and whatever. So she sits there, and Murphy and Blake, conveniently are just walking through at the time. Convenience. They're right there. And they spot Carmella. That's what kind of bothered me. I was like, oh, so they're just conveniently walking through at that exact time. Come on now, WWE. Come on. Um, they come over. Murphy with one jump just hops right over the couch. While Blake, you know, he kind of has to climb a little bit over. He's not as athletic. He can't do that. He can't do that. You know, they said they saw her arguing with that rapper wannabe Enzo and the tall Rapunzel looking one. She says, "Excuse me, nobody insults my boys like that but me. Get out of here." So they go off. They go off to the little kitchen area. They go, "You want some coffee? All right, let's go get some coffee." So they're still back there. You can see them. And then Alexa Bliss walks up to Carmella and says, "Oh, Carmella, for a so-called princess, don't you think you should be carrying yourself with a little bit more, you know, class?" Carmella says, "Excuse you, mind your own business," and kind of shoves her away with her face. I thought that was kind of rude. You know, you should say, "Excuse me, can I get by?" You know, you can't be just doing that. What's wrong with you? So Blake and Murphy swoop in again, you know, and you know, checking on Alexa, make sure she's okay. You know, they're nice guys like that. They care. They care. I don't know. I think I kind of understand now what's going on. I kind of see maybe a 3-person intergender or a 6-person intergender tag match coming up maybe. It seems like that. I don't know that I like that they're putting Alexa Bliss more as a heel. It's confusing because she's a nice girl with heel tag team, and then Carmella's a heel clearly with a face tag team. I don't get it. It's just confusing me. I don't understand. What did you think of this backstage segment craziness?
Yeah, I love how, you know, WWE just conveniently puts people in the best spots. I'm like, is this like real life or something? Like tomorrow when I go to Walmart to go shop for my groceries, am I gonna conveniently just walk up on a girl who just broke up with her boyfriend and we're gonna get together? That how it's gonna be? In WWE's logic, yes, that's how it happened. Um, but like, you know, they just conveniently come up and putting the moves on her. And I love how Blake, you know, just jumped over the couch. Murphy kind of like stumbled, rolled over it, you know, still trying to look smooth, act like no one saw it, trying to play it off or whatever. You know, I love that. You know, I was also confused with the Alexa Bliss thing because Alexa Bliss is a nice girl from what I've seen, and Carmella's not. And now I'm confused because I thought I was liking Alexa for the time being that I saw her, but then they want to change it on me and make it where I can't like her anymore. So now I'm just confused on what I want to like and what I don't.
I'm just going to write a strongly worded letter to WWE. Dear WWE, what do I like? I don't know. I'm confused. What should I like? Please tell me. Any other thoughts on that before we move on?
Not really. I like it though. I think you know it continues to add backstory to the feud, which is nice. It's nice to see NXT like gradually build feuds. I know a lot of times you feel like NXT maybe rushes feuds a little bit. But like this has been one, you know, that's been gradual and kind of been a little bit like, you know, would you hurry it up a little bit for me, you know? But I like it though. I like the gradual build.
Yeah. Anyway, next we have a match. No, sorry, again, no match. Why? You know, why would we do that? You know, this is NXT. Why would? Anyway, we come back from one of the little break things. I don't know. Backstage again with William Regal having Sami Zayn sign the contract, I guess, for the match at Takeover, which I thought was weird because usually they have like a big signing like in the ring. It's not just backstage where they're doing it in private, whatever. Riley barges in saying he needs another opportunity at Owens. He knows he can beat him. Regal says he's given Alex all the opportunities he can, and he sympathizes with him. But look what Kevin Owens has done to him. Sami Zayn says, he doesn't want to interrupt, but he's dealt with Kevin Owens for a long time. He can make you crazy, so just hang in there. And Alex says, I'm sorry, was I talking to you? And what does hang in there mean? You don't think I can beat Kevin Owens? I know I can beat Kevin Owens. He looks to William Regal and says, I'm asking you for one more opportunity. Sami Zayn interrupts again and says, hey, if you're looking for a match, I'll wrestle you. I need a warm-up match anyway if I'm going to be going into TakeOver with Kevin Owens. He says, if you want a match, I'll give you a match. Regal says, it's fine with me. Is it okay with you, Alex? Alex says, that's fine, but if Zayn doesn't make it to TakeOver, I get Owens. I feel like I would have liked this backstage segment more if there weren't, two previous segments, one after the other. If there was like segment, then I would have liked this more. But it was just annoying at this point that there were so many backstage segments. But it did set up a match tonight with Sami Zayn and Alex Riley, which I liked. I was excited for this main event. What did you think of this backstage?
Yeah, I definitely like this backstage thing. I do think it's weird that they were doing the contract signing, just in the background a little bit. But I was definitely excited about Riley versus Zayn because I knew they could do some good things. It ended up being a shorter match later on, but which when I got there, I was like, why is this match so short? Can we not have this match be this short? But I'm hoping maybe they're going to do something with this. I could see them maybe potentially turn it into a three-way, maybe. I don't know, but I kind of want to see what they're going to do with Riley. Are they just going to keep him, just hovering around the NXT title picture because he doesn't go away. He's not giving up. He's going to win or nothing. Like he's not going down to like Rhino stature. He's going to stay up there with the NXT title. So I like that he's got some drive going.
Yeah. Yeah, the whole time, that's what I was thinking. It felt like they were pushing towards a triple threat match. And then at the end of the show, it kind of a little bit solidified it more to me. I was like, they're probably going to do a triple threat match because at the end of the day, it's WWE. And how many times do we see just a one-on-one heavyweight championship match?
Never. That's funny. That's funny. Now I'm thinking about the fatal four-way we had now that I've heard about, even though I haven't been able to watch anything, but I've heard about it. So
yeah, but so I could see that happening. It's still kind of weird that it's Alex Riley, but whatever. I like Alex Riley, but it's just like I don't know. It's just weird to me to see him back in the ring to an extent still. Just because we haven't seen him in steady competition in so long that I'm still getting over the fact that he's back. But anyway, next we finally get the opening match of the show. Like after an hour. Jeez. So it's Enzo and Cass with Carmella versus Blake and Murphy. So I was surprised we actually got this match. I thought they were gonna wait for a takeover for this match. I mean, it wasn't. I don't think this was. Yeah, this wasn't for the titles, but it was a match between the two. But anyway, the opening, Enzo says, As for the Sweet Boys, Frosted Flake Wesley Blake and his partner, the Sugar Cube dude. He had a little pause there. He wasn't sure what to say. Let's just call him. I think he said Honey Graham Bam. And then Cass comes in and he says the usual. Well, there's only one word to describe him, and I'm gonna spell it out for you. SAWFT. Soft. I just love Enzo so much. Why is he not on the main roster? That would be the most entertaining Raw ever if he was on the main roster. Just the things he could say about different superstars would be hilarious. But anyway, this was a good match. I felt like it was a little bit slow until Cass was tagged in and had more energy and speed than all three of the other guys combined. He came in and he was on fire. Blake gets a little bit distracted with trying to blow Carmella a kiss and turns around into a big boot by Big Cass. Cass tags Enzo in, and Enzo goes to the top rope and gets catapulted up and then slammed down onto Murphy for, I think it was Murphy, for the win. So that was kind of a cool, not necessarily a tag team move, but, good teamwork there. I thought this was a good match, and it was a good match to kind of, build up more towards what I'm sure is an obvious tag team title match at Takeover. You don't want to have too good of a match just on the build up. You kind of want to build it up and have that really great match on Takeover. And I thought they did that well here. It wasn't anything too crazy, but it just kind of built up that feud more. You look like you were going to say something. So I'm going to throw it over to you and give your thoughts.
All right. I think it does. It always starts slow for Enzo and Cass, especially recently. I've noticed, with their recent matches, it seems like it starts slow. Like they put Enzo in first, gets cornered, and then Cass gets in and just and then it's going from then on. I don't even know. I don't know what's up with Enzo. I don't know if they're trying to let Cass get some stuff in so people will be like, "Oh, I like this guy," because I don't think Enzo hit one move in this match. Like Enzo got beat down and then he finally maybe tagged to Cass and then he tries to do a dive on the Blake and Murphy and misses that too. So they're not giving Enzo anything. But I don't know about you, but I saw that aided splash that they did with Enzo, and I was like, is he a little bit too vertical? Like he's a little bit. It looks like he's gonna land on his feet. Like I don't know, maybe it was the camera angle that made it look that way, but it looked like he was gonna land on his feet, and he kind of landed awkwardly on the splash. But definitely excited for the takeover match because obviously it's coming. I want to see what they're gonna do with Bliss in the mix with Carmella and such. Enzo is just too funny. I don't even think he has to say anything that makes sense. He come out there, speak freaking Italian, leave, and I'd be good. It doesn't even matter. Like he can come out there, speak another language, and I'd probably still laugh. Like the man is just naturally funny to me. But I definitely like the match. What was that?
I think Enzo could come out talking about a potato wrestling a popsicle, and it would be entertaining. Like, I don't care.
Like Frosted Flake Wesley Blake. I was like, yes. Yes. And then he couldn't figure out what to say about Buddy Murphy. Is it Buddy Murphy?
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't figure out what to say about Murphy, but just made up something. I was like, that's fine.
Yeah, so I'm excited for that. to build up more. But anyway, next we go back. We get a kind of one of those promo interviews with Becky Lynch where kind of she's just interviewed by camera, which was kind of cool. Becky says, "How important is it for me to win the NXT Women's Championship? It is everything to my career. It is the proof that I am the best diva here in NXT. It is everything. I didn't start training in a small gym in East London when I was 15 years old. I didn't leave home to go to Canada when I was 17. I didn't go to Japan to just be second best or third best or fourth best or just another name in the NXT women's division. I came here to be the best, and that is my title. This is my empire, and this will be NXT." So I actually like this. I like her promos. She's, she gets her point across. You kind of believe her, and I like that NXT is still kind of incorporating how a lot of these wrestlers came up in the business. It's not just. I felt like before NXT came about, it was just like, this guy just came to WWE. He doesn't have a past in wrestling. He's just in WWE. And now they're like actually recognizing the fact that these guys did work in the indies. They did travel all over the world. And I like that. I'm still kind of confused with what to. I want to call them the women's division, but sometimes they'll refer to themselves as divas, and sometimes they'll refer to themselves as women. So it's like, is it a divas division? Is it a women's division? I don't know. I prefer women's because divas is just I hate that. What are your thoughts on this?
I like it. I definitely like it. My only thing is, it was just weird. They said that we were going to learn more about Becky Lynch. I feel like. I think that's what they said going into it, and we didn't learn anything about her. She was just telling us things that we already kind of knew, or that we could kind of assume from, just her being I almost said diva, her being a woman in the business. So I don't know. I thought we were going to learn a little bit more about it, and we didn't. But I definitely like it. I definitely like it though, and I like the NXT thing. I like that.
I didn't know she trained in London at 15. I didn't know she went to Canada at 17. I didn't know she went to Japan.
Okay, I didn't know that, but I wasn't thinking about that part.
That's right, fool. Anyway. So, next we get Bayley is interviewed backstage. She's asked about her thoughts on facing newcomer Dana Brooke tonight on NXT. Bayley is visibly upset. She says, she can't find her things. She can't find her shirt. She can't find her headbands. She needs to go get ready. And as she walks off camera, Emma comes from the other side and has, she's holding her shirt. She's holding her headbands. She says, I think Emma needs these. I guess I better go give them to her. So this whole situation with Bayley and Emma is still confusing to me. It's like, are they building up a feud, or are they just doing a weird angle that doesn't make sense? I don't get it. But any thoughts on this?
Yeah, I feel like Emma was just kind of conveniently waiting as well. She was just hiding. She was actually the camera person.
Yeah.
And figure something like so Bayley wouldn't know, and then when Bayley leaves, she just happens to just have the headbands with her and such. I don't know what they're doing with this either. I have no idea what the plan is here. I thought it was over. I think Bayley thought it was over. Bayley's confused. She doesn't even understand what's going on. So
Next, we get a Baron Corbin video package promo, which was just awesome. I didn't even write anything else about this. It was just awesome. Really cool video package. What did you think about it?
Yeah, I definitely liked it. It dove more into his persona, Becky Lynch. It dove more into his persona, which I liked. We don't really hear a lot. I mean, I think comparing it to Becky Lynch, she talks more than Baron Corbin does. So we don't get a lot from Baron Corbin. So we kind of have to learn gradually about Baron Corbin, which I like. I want to see more from him. I think we're going to see more than like 3 second matches from him soon. So that's cool.
Yeah. So next we get Dana Brooke or Bailey versus Dana Brooke. Um, Bailey looks drastically different to me without her headbands. Like something about her just looks so weird, and then I realized, oh, it's because she doesn't have her headbands on. It was like something so small can change something so much. But anyway, the thing with Dana Brooke is, yes, she's attractive, yes, she's athletic, but I'm still not impressed with her at all in the ring. It just looked in this match. It looked so much like Bailey was intentionally selling to try and make Dana look better. To me, even in the submission that Dana had on Bailey, I think it was for the win. It or no, that wasn't for the win. That was later on in a match. But it I felt like Bailey looked better in the submission than Dana did giving the submission. I don't know how you feel about that, but anyway, about mid match, Bailey's music hits, which kind of confused me for a second because I was looking down, writing my notes, and then I hear Bailey's music, and I was like, okay, I didn't hear a 3 count. What's going on here? Um, Emma comes out with Bailey's shirt on and Bailey's headbands, just kind of distracting her. Dana Brooks gets the win on the distraction. I felt like this was a really bad ending. It just made it look pathetic. It didn't necessarily make Dana Brooks look stronger or more heelish to me. It just was kind of a sad attempt to push Dana to get her to the win. I felt like they didn't need to do that. Um, I don't know. Some people may love Dana Brooks. I personally don't. I feel like she was pushed too much before her debut, and she just hasn't, you know, delivered for me anyway. Um, Personally. But what did you think of this match?
Yeah, you know, I like Dana Brooke probably more than you do, just because I have like my positive hat on. I got my positive hat on, and I'm trying to like look past everything, all the overbuilding, and kind of trying to see what she can do. And from what I'm seeing, I see her as more of a smash mouth type of type of a wrestler, where like Bailey is really technical. I feel like they could, because she's a bodybuilder. I think they do this with every or former bodybuilder. I think they do this with every like former bodybuilder that make her like, or they make him or her like smash mouth or powerful, where they could easily like make them technically savvy if they work with them enough. I feel like, and it would make them look even better because then if you have the power edge and you can be, if you look at like maybe a Brock Lesnar, for example, where he has the amateur background, it's kind of a cool thing. Or maybe even a Lashley, where they kind of both have that background where they have that wrestling background. I feel like Dana Brooke showed me some good things. I like the inverted Boston Crab that she did. Um, the fireman's carry. I like that type of stuff. That type of stuff. And I kind of like the little. It's not really a cradle shot because she doesn't cradle legs, but that's what I'm gonna call it. I her finisher. I definitely like that. She just turned into a cradle shot and do it that way, and then I can call it what I want to call it. But I don't know. Bailey's really good to me. I like Bailey. And Dana Brooke, I feel like she's kind of growing on me. where like I don't know about the finish here, but she's grown on me to a point where like I feel like I can get behind her a little bit, um, little by little, more so than anything. I don't know what they're doing with Emma and Bailey. Like I said earlier, I don't know.
Yeah. Uh, and I think that might be why I don't really like Dana Brooke. It's just she seems too one-dimensional for me. It's just the bodybuilder, has to be a powerhouse type of gimmick that WWE always does. And
Put her in the same category as John Cena, so that already like put her like on like the bottom tier for you.
well, yeah, she's got the. I don't even think she has 5 moves of doom. She has like 3.5.
She'll bump it up to 7 in a little bit.
No, there was like maybe 6, maybe 6.
Like next month she'll have 7. Then the month after that she'll go back down to about 5. She'll do the Cena thing.
Yes. But and first of all, sir, I do not have my negative hat on. I have my positive hat on because the Bulls are still in it. We gonna go all the way. We gonna win it. Anyway. Sorry, had to get that out there. Got my positive hat on. I'm not negative all the time. Anyway, next we go back to Regal's office again because we haven't been there enough. We haven't seen the backstage enough in this episode. We need to see every part of it. We need to see the bathrooms. We need to see the locker rooms. We need to see the parking lot. Everything. He basically just says at NXT Takeover, there's going to be a triple threat match to decide the number 1 contender for the NXT Championship. And in this match will be Tyler Breeze, Hideo Itami, and Finn Balor. This kind of confused me a little bit because I know you were saying you read something about how they weren't going to give Finn Balor the title. They were just going to throw him up to the main roster, which kind of confuses me a little bit. If they're going to do that, who are they going to give the title to? Because I don't necessarily see them giving it to Hideo really quick. And I'm sorry, I don't see them giving it to Tyler Breeze right yet. I don't know. I feel like they would wait on that more. I want to see them give it to Tyler Breeze, more so than Hideo, just because I don't know. Hideo just hasn't, and it's nothing against like Japanese wrestlers. I've actually been watching a couple of the Ring of Honor and New Japan shows online. And I love them. It's something about Hideo and it may be just WWE booking him. I don't know. I feel like every Japanese wrestler is ruined with WWE, so I don't have high expectations anymore on anything ever with Japanese wrestlers in WWE. So, but anyway, like I said, I'm not really sure where they're going with this. If they are keeping Finn a little bit longer on the NXT roster, I could see them giving it to him because they've really pushed him a lot, and that would be cool. But otherwise, I would say give it to Tyler Breeze more so because he's been there for so long. He's really worked his way up, and he's developed a lot more. He's developed his character. He's developed in ring. So, well, any thoughts on this little backstage announcement?
Yeah. First, William Regal says, and the contract has been signed. And I'm like, wait, you just told us about this. You already know. NXT title match at Takeover. And then he was like, Tyler Breeze. And I was like, oh okay, that's different. But I'm definitely excited for this match because these are 3 talented guys, which I like. Yeah, give Tyler Breeze the title, baby. I'm a Warner Breeze, man. Come on. They got to do it. I'm ready. I'm ready for the run, baby. Ready for the run. But I wouldn't be surprised if Finn got it either. I don't expect Hideo to get it, even though Hideo was the one who, kind of, can I say, Hideo was the one who got his WrestleMania moment, but I don't see him giving it to him either. But then again, I guess I don't really see him taking it off of Kevin Owens anytime soon for some reason either. So it's kind of like just who's the new challenger. Um, but any of these guys would be good. We've seen Finn versus Kevin Owens before, so it wouldn't hurt to see it again. But I kind of want to see a new guy get a chance at Kevin Owens too. I'm excited though.
Yeah, I almost, and it sucks that this is basically what I think WWE is doing is just they signed. I feel like they signed Hideo Itami just to get the Japanese fans back into WWE. Get more. Just because pro wrestling is so big over in Japan and also in Mexico that I feel like they use guys to just get more attention on WWE. And it sucks for a guy like Hideo, who was one of the best wrestlers in Japan, and for them to sign him and then use him for that, I feel like is a slap in the face. I hope they're not doing that, but it seems like they've been doing that. It's just especially with the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Obviously, they did that for publicity from Japan. Um, but I don't know. So next we get. I'm going to give you this match: Hideo Itami versus Adam Rose.
All right. So we got the Adam Rose is back again versus Hideo Itami. I don't know. I get confused every time Adam Rose comes out to an NXT ring. I'm like, is this like Adam Rose or is this what was the other guy? Leo Kruger or whatever? Is that his other persona?
Yeah.
Like because like with the attire, like they have the same attire he wears on the main roster now. Finally, it took him a while, but they got it. But he's still like happy-go-lucky Adam Rose, and I'm like, what are you doing with him? Are you gonna turn him into happy-go-lucky Adam Rose, or are you gonna, have him be, Leo Kruger-esque Adam Rose? I don't understand what's going on. But he was looking to play mind games. He did his little rolling thing. They did. Hideo was confused for a second, but he was not having that. Start to just beat up Rose, and then Rose comes back by grounding Itami. But Itami comes back again and basically establishes his pace. Hits his kick combination, his corner drop kick, and then the shot. I think it was a shotgun kick, but it kind of looked more like a drop kick this time for me for the win. So Hideo Itami gets the win. I don't even know why they really had this match because it's pretty predictable what they're going to do with that, especially Hideo Itami being the number one contender or one of the three contenders for the NXT title right now. It's kind of weird. I'm like, what are they doing with this? And why is Adam Rose here? And can you just find something to do with him, please, finally, at some point? Because I don't know. Like, I don't know what they're going to do with Adam Rose at all. Maybe they got mad at him for the Wrestling Club shirt. That's what it is. They got mad at him for that until they just don't know what to do with him anymore. I don't know. I'm confused. You have any thoughts on Hideo Itami versus the Adam Rose?
What they need to do with Adam Rose is they need to have him get just so frustrated that he goes, you know what? I'm not Adam Rose. I'm Leo Kruger, and just bring him back as Leo Kruger because I feel like they could do so much more with him with that. I felt like back when, and I'll get into the match in a second, but I felt like back when they originally kind of debuted him as Adam Rose was back when we had the Wyatt family, and I felt like the Wyatt family and Leo Kruger were a little bit too close in character-wise, so that's why they didn't do it then. But I feel like right now, this Adam Rose thing, people are getting annoyed with it. You don't know if you're getting the happy-go-lucky Adam Rose or if you're getting the heel Adam Rose. Just Adam Rose in general has died out. It's not fun anymore. People don't really get that much into it. I feel like they need to darken him up and, just bring him back as like that Leo Kruger character. But anyway, as for this match, they said this was a match set up from the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Did they even make contact in that match? I don't even think they touched each other. I'm gonna have to go back and watch it, but I literally do not think they touched each other. So how do you set this match up from that?
No, I think what happened was I'm pretty sure Hideo eliminated Adam Rose. I think.
I don't remember it, maybe, but I just felt like this was way too predictable considering it was right after they announced who was going to be in the triple threat for the NXT #1 contendership for the NXT championship. So I couldn't get into this match just because I was like, I know Hideo Itami is going to win. There's no way Hideo Itami doesn't win this match. It wouldn't make sense. If it was like Tyler Breeze against Hideo Itami or Finn Balor versus Hideo Itami, then maybe, because that would make a little bit more sense. Or if it was like Kevin Owens versus Hideo Itami, obviously. But just to bring it just was too predictable for me. But anyway, next we go backstage again because we didn't see the hallway yet. We had to see the hallway. We see Bailey walking through the backstage looking for Emma, asking some crew members, "Have you seen Emma?" The cameraman asks her what's going on with Emma. She said, "I don't know. I thought we were cool. I guess not. Blah blah blah." I don't know. Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, we didn't. That's what it was. We didn't see the hallway yet. We also didn't see the weird, creepy room that Ryan's going to be in here in a minute.
Either. Oh yeah.
But real quick, Juggernaut 097, formerly known as Justin something with a B for laughing. Justin, he said that we need to see the bathrooms. He was commenting on your bathroom comments. So that was pretty funny. I'll get to the rest. And he said go Bulls. So there you go. Trying to get on Casey's good side.
I need to see the bathroom. I'm sorry, but no.
He also said Sami Zayn. I don't know who that is, but Sami Zayn is my man, he said. So that's interesting. But I just wanted to get to his comments before he thinks we forgot about him or something like that. But
who is this?
Yeah,
who is this Juggernaut fellow? Who is this Justin person? I don't recall.
Heard of him once or twice, maybe.
Yeah, I feel like we met him somewhere. Like we talked to him or something. We just have so many fans. I can't keep track of them. Any more thoughts on that before I move on to the next match?
No more thoughts on that.
All right. So next, we get Becky Lynch versus Sarah Dobson or Doxson or whatever. I couldn't catch what she said. Something like that. I don't know. Is it weird that I'm slightly upset that this wasn't a jobber it was going to be, and then it turned out to be a pretty good match, and I was kind of upset with that. I was like, when you set up something that looks like a jobber match, I want it to be a jobber. But anyway, I really like this match, even though we didn't really. I don't know if this Sarah is going to be somebody that's going to be new regularly on, or if this is just some person they brought in for a match. I don't know. But I like how Becky does more kind of submission technical stuff than your average diva woman, whatever, in WWE. We used to get it from Natalia. She doesn't really even do it much anymore. Like she'll do the sharpshooter, but she doesn't do as much submission work as she used to. And I want to see more of that with the women, just because, like we've said in past videos, women are a lot more limber, so they can bend and stretch to make things look even more kind of painful than they really are. So just to see that was really, really cool. Obviously, this is just a build up to uh, NXT Women's Title match. You got to build her up to get her looking dominant because she is the number one contender. So, any thoughts on this match?
Yeah, this was an interesting match. Sarah, whatever her last name may be, she kind of tried to roll up Becky to kind of steal the win a little bit at times here, but Becky was not having that. I do like the arm. I don't even know. I don't think it's even an arm bar. I don't even know what's called that ridiculous stretching of the arm she did to Sarah. But I feel bad for you, Sarah. Can I hug you? Because I feel bad for your arm after that match.
You just want to hug her. Don't lie to me.
That's what it is. But I definitely, I want to see if we're going to see more from Sarah or if she's just going to be like random person. Maybe it's blue pants without blue pants.
No, it wasn't blue pants. I thought it was going to be red shirt. And then they were going to put them as a tag team, and they were going to name the tag team Purple because red and blue make purple. I don't know. I feel like this is how WWE does things anymore. Just random. Myth makes purple, yay. Anyway, what were you saying about the match before I kind of jumped in there?
Before you showed everybody how to create purple. That was pretty cool. I just like that, like you said, Becky, she's got some submission prowess in her, which is nice to see.
Yes. On the Instant Classic Wrestling podcast, you'll learn to make colors. Anyway, so backstage, we go backstage again in that creepy room because we didn't see that yet. We have to see it now. It's very similar to the room that we've seen with other, Kane's been in there, I think, a couple times. Not the same room, but a similar room. The dark, creepy one. We've seen a couple other wrestlers in similar rooms, but not the same room. So we had to see this room because they're different in ways, Anyway, it was basically Rhino comments on Baron Corbin's comments earlier. Basically, the promo which it wasn't really comments; it was a promo. I was confused at that because I was like, he didn't. I don't know. Rhino says, Baron Corbin, I just heard what makes you tick. You want to know what makes me tick? Making people feel pain. You seem to be pretty good at that. But Corbin, you could afford to learn a thing or two. Because Rhino is not just the past. I'm the present and I'm the future. I like this. It was short, simple, obviously sets up which we figured we were going to get a feud with Rhino and Baron Corbin. I hope it's a good feud. I feel like they could do a really good feud together. Any thoughts on this?
Yeah, Rhino just chilling in his dark room, listening to music. Just happens to have the WWE app on his phone. And gets on the network, watches NXT live, and just happens to see Baron Corbin's video package here. I like this though. I like it that we're gonna get something with Rhino and Baron Corbin. One thing though, Rhino didn't say Gore now one time, so technically this is not a real Rhino promo. He's an imposter. There's no way Rhino can cut a promo without saying Gore. Come on now. Like that's like John Cena cutting a promo without saying "You can't see me." Come on. What is it? Come on, Rhino. Come on, imposter. He's an imposter. He's a phony. He's a great big phony. Is what he is.
All right. Well, we'll email WWE about that. We'll figure it out. It's obviously something messed up. He snuck in there We need to find the real Rhino. Hopefully he's okay. Hopefully nothing happened to him. I love you, Rhino. We're gonna find. Sorry. Okay. Next, we get our main event of the evening. Alex.
What? Did we get a match? We did.
Yeah, we get a match. Yeah, I know. I did. Yeah. We get a match. I know. I'll let that set in for a second. You just. Okay, is that set in for everybody yet? We get a match. Alex Riley versus Sami Zayn with Kevin Owens at the announce table, so you knew something was gonna happen. Also, it still kind of amazes me how much better physically Alex Riley looks now than when he did back when he first came into WWE and then when he was with The Miz. He looks. It's weird because usually with age you look worse, but now he looks a lot more fit. He looks more intense, and it's weird. But I like it. I feel like they're just gonna keep him on NXT as kind of a mentor. I don't feel like they're gonna really put him back on the main roster, which would be kind of cool to have him, go to the main roster and have another feud with the Miz again. That would be kind of cool. I feel like because they're not really doing too much with the Miz right now. They were doing with Damian Sandow, but I don't know. But anyway, I actually really like this match. We got to see more of Alex Riley without him just being destroyed, which I felt like was just happening with his matches with Kevin Owens. I would like to see. I hope they do a triple threat match because I feel like that would be a really good match. The three of them. Owens and Sami Zayn can kind of work over Kevin Owens, kind of beat him down a little bit, and then work on each other. So it's not just a destruction by Kevin Owens. That should be like a company, Destruction by Kevin Owens. That's a T-shirt for you, WWE. You're welcome. I will take the royalty checks for that one. You're welcome. But it basically ended up with Kevin Owens attacking Sami Zayn, causing the DQ. Owens finally powerbombs Riley on the apron, which this is what solidified it for me that they are going to probably do a triple threat match. Any thoughts on this match?
Well, before I get to the match, first off, we had a match, which shocked me. Second off, Casey wants a triple threat match? What? Like, what? All right. But, this match did seem to be also the start. I was a little upset because I looked at the time before this match started, and I was like, they got like 6 minutes, 7 minutes. I'm like, we need a little bit more time for this match. Wrestling all the time seems to use this. It's an element oftentimes used in film where it's called check off. If you introduce it, it has to be used. So like you see it in tables matches, if you introduce a table somewhere in some kind of random spot, it's got to be used, or it's weird that it's not used. Well, Kevin Owens just happens, conveniently sitting on commentary. So they got to use him in some way, you would think, right? So I definitely, I like that he got the powerbomb on the apron, but it's weird to me because every apron powerbomb we've seen to this point has put people out of action for like a year, or at least a couple of weeks, a couple of weeks more so. But every apron powerbomb we've seen has put people out of action. So we're gonna see Alex Riley gone until like the Takeover special. He's gonna come in. He's gonna be limping, but he's gonna be fine. We're like, I in this match or something. I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do with that because like you would think they're gonna let him sell that a little bit, that he's like hurting from the apron powerbomb. He did kind of hit it from the side, so maybe he didn't hit as hard as Zayn or Neville did. So he'll be all right.
He's gonna rage. And
He's gonna rage.
It's going to heal him.
That's what it is. He's gonna rage. But I would like to actually see Sami Zayn and Alex Riley in a match with like more time where I can like enjoy it, and because I feel like they can really put on a good match if they were given the time. This one seemed like there was going to be an interruption just because it was so short from me, but I really think it did get off to a good start. And like you said, I love that we got that like back and forth thing where we kind of got to see what Alex Riley could do. We got to see what Sami Zayn could do, which we don't really get to see with Kevin Owens, which they need to do just at least every once in a while. Change it up a little bit. Good match though.
I feel like if they do a triple threat, they need to have some sort of stipulation, like a ladder match or something, or maybe a cage match. We haven't seen a cage match on NXT yet. That would be cool. But something where there's something else involved. Because just a triple threat match is cool, but it could get kind of boring, especially with the title involved. Have them really have to fight for the title, but I don't know. But yeah, that was our NXT review. Again, really, really promo heavy, really backstage segment heavy, and I felt like we have a little while until the pay-per-view or the NXT arrival. I think it's like 2 weeks. You could have stretched this out and put some more of these backstage segments on next week, and kind of spread them out a bit. Not just have everything. It felt like they just packed everything into one show, and it was like, no, don't do that. We need more time for wrestling matches. But I'm excited to see, the more of the build up on some of these feuds, because some of them are getting really good, I feel like. But that's pretty much it, unless you have anything else to say before we go bye-bye. And yeah.
I don't actually. I'm just excited about. Actually, I don't, but I do. I don't, but I'm going to talk anyway. But I'm just excited to see what they're going to do going into this next takeover. If that's what they're calling it. Why don't they call it overtake? Just to change it up a little bit. Overtake, something. I know you've mentioned that before, where they call it the same thing all the time. So
yeah.
It's going to be like takeover triple threat or something. That's what they're going to call this one. I don't know. I'm interested though, because it's gonna be takeovers are always pretty good. Overtake, that's what I'm gonna start calling it. It's always pretty good. So, I want to see what's left. I'm kind of upset that it's on the 20th because that means we got a little bit to wait, and I don't want to wait that long. But it'll be fine. I'm excited.
Yeah. So we'll let you go for now. We will have the Impact review up sometime. I don't know, whenever we both get to. I don't. Have you watched it yet? I haven't watched it yet. So
I just started watching it. I got through the first match.
All right. So maybe we'll do that tomorrow I don't know. I'm off tomorrow, but then I work Thursday, so can't do it then. But anyway, we will have that up for you, and then immediately after that, we'll have another one. This is going to be a crazy week because, but anyway.
And I'm at home now, by the way. Like, I'm at home now, so I don't have, for now, for this moment right now, I don't have obligations on Wednesdays that will make me miss NXT and have to watch it on Thursday. So maybe, just maybe. And I'm at home now, so we may get Ring of Honor reviews going again.
Yeah! Ring of Honor's been so good recently. Oh, God, I don't know if you've been watching it, so I don't want to ruin anything. But we got a former NXT or TNA superstar back in Ring of Honor, and I'm excited and I'm happy. I can give you a hint. I don't know if this will help you at all. He is one half of my favorite TNA tag team of all time, ever.
Chris Sabin? It's Alex Shelley. Oh,
Chris Sabin.
awesome. That's awesome.
And we find out who the KRD was.
Ooh, I'm gonna try to like catch up on that. It's been recording here, but I haven't been here to watch it, so I'm gonna try to catch up on that, and we can get some Ring of Honor reviews out for the people because I know y'all were thriving them. Probably not thriving, but you're probably wanting them, right?
Sorry if I ruined anything for any Ring of Honor fans that maybe haven't seen that yet. I forgot we were still recording. I apologize. So now you know that Chris Sabin is back in Ring of Honor. So we're gonna end the show now because we don't want to ruin anything else for you. Toodles, follow the Twitter thing.
Yeah, I tweet on there a lot. See you guys. Toodles. Bye. Toodles.